So welcome back. So this week, I'm going to tackle the driver's side fender. Now last week you saw me do the passenger side fender and get that all squared away to the door. This week, I'm going to start on the driver's and get it knocked out the same way, but I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. So what you just saw me do was to use my Dremel and to basically cut along the door. That gives me roughly a 3mm gap there because of the Dremel size. Now, once I peel this off, all the extra off the door itself, what you see is that now this is over flush. The fender is outboard more than the door, which is perfect because now I can sand, just like I did the other side, on this side. So this week I'm going to try to do a lot less work to get the same finish or better, just using the proper tools. Alright y'all, so one thing I didn't show you on the passenger side fender was how I cut apart the cowl and the fender. Now remember I glazed over this stuff trying to get the gap, the height difference set so that I can sand this all back down and match between them. What I had to do honestly was just take a hacksaw blade and just start at the end and all the way back. Now, I haven't quite finished up on either side. Obviously, I haven't sanded this one. I haven't finished the passenger. At this point, I'm thinking this is madness. I think the absolute perfectionist in me to try and get this stuff to match ridiculous levels, I think is going to cost me more work than it's worth. Haven't finished, but just as a warning, this may be a bad idea. You might not want to try this at home. Okay, so with everything ready to go, I've got the cowl cut apart and I'm ready to start sanding. So if you remember back last week, I said that I needed to get some more discs, so I went and got some 60, 100, and 220 grit. And that'll basically be the progression I go. 60 obviously to start, move it to 100 when it gets down to the 60, and then probably 220 is the finish. That'll get me where I need to be with this fender till I get ready to do the next phase of the body work. Now, as you watch me sand, little do you realize I'm usually making up a parody song while I have headphones in. This week, what I came up with while I was sanding was a little, I think it's Missy Elliott, and it goes like this. My WideFox brings all the boys to the yard. That's right. It's wider than yours. That's right. It's wider than yours. My WideFox brings all the boys to the yard. That's right. Okay, so I'm one disc in on the 60, and I feel like at this point it's starting to smear, honestly, around these edges, and that really having to use a little bit more of the edge just because of the curvature of the fender. It's really not flat on any part of it, so really using a little bit more of the edge. 60 is about right. 80, I think you could get by with. 40, I think is going to be a little too aggressive just to do that. So just kind of keep it. I think 60 and 80 really is the best thing. So change the disc, get back to it, making some dust. Okay, so I've gotten pretty close with just doing the second disc on the 60. Now you can start to see some of the stuff in here. It gets really in the curvature of the fender. And one thing I'm finding is that it's really starting to get hard in there. So at this point, I'm going to stop and do some hand sanding. And really it's just going to be kind of getting this right here along the edge because it's getting where it gets to go right across the door. And it doesn't get in there with the tool very easily. So you can always use the old sanding disc if you want to do that because it's about palm sized. Does pretty good, or you can just get an extra piece of paper, however you want to do it. But while you're doing your tool, make sure that you're stopping every little bit and just feeling it with your hand. The tool is great, it will level everything out, but it will also go too far. So make sure you're taking the time to kind of run your fingers across it. Your fingers and your tactile senses are definitely going to tell you if you've gone too far, if there's a dip, if there's still a high spot. It'll definitely help navigate the texture of the fender to make sure it's no ripples or anything else. Your senses know, and they tell your brain, good or bad. Okay, so now to set the gap, remember I'm just going to use my little tool here, my 6 mils or my 1/4 inch, and a Sharpie. And mark this up, and then I'm going to use just some sandpaper to basically shape this edge to match the door with the 6 mil or the 1/4 inch gap. Now again, when you're doing this, remember, this is all freehand, so because you're going to shave it with hand, you'll get it really close, honestly. Even on the passenger side door, once I had it done, I let it set for a couple days. I honestly came back and there was just a little couple edges in there that on the back side were just need a little bit more shaving. So I did that earlier, just open the door a little bit, just kind of open it back and forth, see where it's touching, sanding, check, 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 all the way, and it was done. Okay, in order to sand, all I'm going to do is just basically use kind of like a little spatula, whatever you want to call it. Go with some sandpaper. There again, remember, stick it in, just back, nice long strokes, kind of like you're painting. Think of it that way, you're painting a gap here. Okay, so everything's now done. Still got a little bit of tight gap up here that I really can't get to because of the fender on there and the door and that. So I'm going to sand that when I get done with taking the fender off and that. And I still got a little bit down here that I need to fix this gap. Still kind of a pinched down gap. Very simple. What I'll do before I take it off is what I'm going to do is mark it. When I take it off, I can then sand it because this really is going into the fiberglass. It's not even into the kitty hair. It's truly in the fiberglass fender. So I'll mark that with probably like a gold and then sand that just using my sander there. Get that cleaned up. Otherwise, tell you what, it's not bad. It's 60 grit, so it's textured. You could feel it that way. It's not that smooth. But what I'll do from there is do some probably some of the pink Bondo brand filler as a top coat. And I'll get this all done and do this off the car. Now this will take care of the back, and let me show you kind of what the rest of the car is going to be. So there at least shows you what it's going to be to the windshield molding. Still a little bit more gap than I really thought it would have been, but that's not too bad. I think once you get it all put together, you probably will really not notice that. But I think it really does make it look I think it's really going to look good with just the black, the carbon fiber wrapped vinyl. And then I kind of let the cat out of the bag on Instagram this week that this car this summer is going to be wrapped. I won't tell you what color though. Now in the front, one thing I do need to do is to fill in this gap. You can see there, kind of a tight gap all the way down. Pretty good gap between those two. Now I need to fill that in with kitty hair. Obviously at the bottom it touches, so that's not too bad. Just needs to be filled in and then sanded. And then I need to basically fix this. So just show you there. They're not exactly even. They're not perfect. So I need to sand this also and fill that in. And then one of the last things I need to decide on is what fascia I'm going to use. If you remember, I have a white one and I also have a black one. Black is the original. White I bought separately. The white is in better condition. The black has a break right here. And then it's got kind of like a chunk. I'll show you right here. Now it's all fixable, but I'm trying to decide what I want to do. If I want to basically make the black the primary and cut up the white one if I go to the Cobra R fascia, or vice versa. I really plan on the white because I thought it was going to take less work, but the studs aren't in the same place, so I have to waller out the holes. Still trying to decide that one, but I think it's dinner time. Dinner's calling. So with that, I'm going to leave you guys now. That's those two. We'll next get the front of the fenders done. And then by that time, I'll have the fascia decided what fascia I'm going to use, and then I'll get that situated. So any questions or materials, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. from Basin Motorsports.